Identity can affect an economy. When I say identity is infrastructure, I am not talking only about psychology. There are practical consequences. Ask yourself a simple question. What happens economically when millions of people automatically believe that imported means better? We import the finished product. We export the raw material. Then sometimes we buy that same material back after somebody else has processed it, branded it, and increased its value. Of course, this cannot all be blamed on identity. Infrastructure, capital, governance, trade arrangements, technology, and institutions matter enormously. But psychology matters too, because economies are ultimately built by human beings making decisions. What do we invest in? Which businesses do we trust? Which products do we value? Do we believe we can manufacture something ourselves, or is our first instinct to import it? A society's economic behavior does not exist completely separately from its cultural confidence. That is why African reconstruction cannot simply mean roads, factories, and technology. Those things are essential, but we must also rebuild the human infrastructure that uses them: knowledge, confidence, responsibility, competence, and identity. Because development is not simply about what exists underneath African soil. It is about what exists inside African minds. Africa's development challenge isn't simply about what lies beneath our soil. It is also about what happens in our minds. Infrastructure, governance, capital, and institutions matter enormously, but so do confidence, expectations, and the value we place on what we produce ourselves. Identity has economic consequences. But does cultural confidence influence economic development? Share this if you think this conversation matters, and tell me in the comments whether identity affects economic development.